Namaskar. Welcome to the example number 29 for the event Professional Prospects. In this example, we are going to study a male chart who is into the business of undertaking the road contracts from the government. His father used to do that. Now he is undertaking his father's business and he is doing the contract work for the government, especially road contracts. So his destiny we are going to study, and running periods and previous periods we are going to study. His professional prospects is not so good, it is moderate, and he used to have a lot of obstacles and challenges and ups and downs, and he has to borrow money to execute the contracts and all. But because of the fund flow from the government, it was not so good, and also delay in the fund flow or the payments, and he's not able to pay in time or return the loans and all. He started facing that debts and loans and suffering from such problem also in certain periods. So we are going to study how far the destiny is supportive for such road contracts job, especially it is from the fathers, was doing that, he is continuing that one, and also why the destiny is supportive for such a problem of instability and also problem in the business, and loans and debts started increasing in particular periods. Let us examine this birth chart. Example 28, road contract projects. Now let us examine with the help of the birth chart. This is the birth chart of that male native born on 17th September 1981, 8:24 p.m., born in Tamil Nadu. Now let us do the general study on the birth chart before proceeding further to the self-signification study. Let me open that North Indian chart and let us have a discussion on the birth chart. As I said, normally we have to check the strength of the Lagna also to know the strength of the Lagna and also for the business prospects and status. This native is born in Aries Lagna. Aries Lagna born, Lagna Lord occupying the fourth house. Lagna Lord Mars is posted in the fourth house. Mars in the sign of moon is not so good in general, but Mars and moon are in sign exchange. Mars in the sign of moon, moon in the sign of Mars, that is good. Mars is conjoined with the Rahu. It is being afflicted by Rahu, and Mars is aspecting to Ketu, occupying fourth house. And whether Lagna Lord Mars is afflicted by any planet, yes, Rahu is conjoined. Any other planet is influencing, or Mars, because Jupiter and Saturn, these planets are special aspecting planet. They are not having any impact on the Mars and also Lagna Lord. So Lagna Lord is posted in the fourth house in sign exchange. That is the only thing, and no other significations are present, but influenced by the Rahu. Now let us check the 10th house. 10th cusp is falling in the sign of Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. Star Lord is Sun and Sub Lord is Jupiter. You can see Saturn, Sun, and Jupiter are the ruler of the 10th cusp. You can check Saturn and Sun and Jupiter, the ruler of the 10th cusp, is conjointly posted in the sign of Mercury in the Mercury sign itself. Sun is posted in the fourth house as per degree, but in the sign of Virgo, but Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, all are present. So it means all the 10th rulers are conjointly posted in the sixth house, wherein the Mercury sign is, in the Mercury sign, wherein Mercury also present, and Mercury's third lord and sixth lord. You can see that Sun, the Karaga planet for government related and father, and Jupiter planet is ninth lord also, and Saturn is 10th lord, 11th lord, and Mercury third lord, sixth lord. Third lord, sixth lord, and ninth lord, 12th lord. Saturn is 10th lord, 11th lord, and Sun is fifth lord. So you can see the grouping of the planets. Saturn, Jupiter, Mercury, and Sun, they are all good for the business prospect, especially on contract, because Mercury is 3 and 6th. So it is supportive for contract and business. And Saturn and conjoined with the Jupiter and Sun also connected, it is also supportive for the business connecting to the government. And the sixth house is also indicating 10th house to the ninth house. So it is also indicating that it is the, business, of the father. He is taking the father's business, ninth Lord posted, and sixth Lord also conjoined. So they are all supportive for the, is taking over the business, of the father. So these are all supportive. That too, they are in the sign of Virgo, ruled by the what do you call that is an earthy sign. So he is a road contract. Let us check the signification of the signification of the 10th sublord. 10th sublord Jupiter. Jupiter is in the star of Moon. Moon is fourth lord occupying Lagna. So Moon is an important planet for the civil working and fourth house also. And Mars is also another important planet. So Mars and Moon are sign exchange. Fourth house also, also connected to the 10th cuspal sublord Jupiter. So these rulers of the 10th cusp and their signification, Karaga planet of the planets, and also Baba Karagatva and Rasi Karagatva and their star lord are all indicating the possible combination of the business, so that we are able to identify from this one. So now any unfavorable significations are influencing the 10th lord is Jupiter, is whether it is connected to 8th house and 12th house. Jupiter itself is 12th lord occupying 6th house, and 8th lord, which is the 8th lord planet is Mars. That Mars is not aspecting to that this planet, but Mars and Moon are in sign exchange. So Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, Jupiter in the star of Moon, Moon is sign exchange with the Mars, Mars is Lagna Lord, 8th Lord. So 1-8 combination and 9-12-6 combinations are coming, but grouping of 6-8-12, whether it is indicating as per the CLOCC of these planets, they are not indicating. Only by way of extended signification, we can find whether these sixth house, these houses, sixth house planets, or if they are connected to 8th house and 12th house, they can give trouble to the Lagna and on dates and losses also. That we have to check it in the extended signification. But as far as these general studies, it is supportive for a business prospect, especially on contract basis and connected to the government also, and they are all supportive. So now let us examine the self-significations to know the extended signification of each planet on their self-significations. Let me take you to the event. I have selected the event business all only. Planet colors and self-significations. Ketu. Ketu 10th occupant, 159 star. This is weak. 10 moving towards 159. It is not very good for the 10th house meter. It is supportive for the Lagna, but not good for the 10th house. It is not detrimental also, but representing Saturn is 8-12, 6-12. It is there. So this grouping is not good. So Ketu is to be pink shade. It is a mixed one. And Venus, second lord, seventh lord occupying seventh house. This is good. But 2, 5, 8 cuspal sublord. Venus is mixed. Please understand, second house also, second house is our money. Eighth house is the opposite person's money. Fifth house is profit to the opposite. 5-8 significations are favorable to the partner or for example, he is working for government or somebody, that will be favor to those people whom he is contracting with. So that 5 and 8, his money will be stuck. His money will be utilized by others, and they will take advantage. And his money will not be his profit, because instead of 11, 5 is present. Instead of 2, it is 8 is also present. So this is the weakness. So Venus is pink. Sun, fifth lord occupying fifth house, close to sixth cusp and moving towards 2, 6, 10. This is overall, it is good only because 5 moving towards this one. Fifth house also supportive for contract services and all, because third house to the third house is fifth house, and fifth house is the 11th house to the 7th house. It is favoring benefit or a satisfactory job to the others. And 5, 5, 6, 2, 10 are favorable, but since 5 is for the Lagna, it is favorable. For the 10th house, it is indicating some weakness. Definitely. What we can do, instead of pink, we can give blue, because pink we have given for the planet which are having unfavorable grouping. So differentiate that, I'm giving blue. And moon, 4, 1, and 3. So fourth lord occupying Lagna, third cuspal sublord. This is good. Second planet has got some weakness because of the 4 and 9, but not detrimental. But this planet we can give green color. Mars planet, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord occupying 4th house, 311 cuspal star Lord. This is good. Being the 8th Lord, we can see some weakness, obstacle, but 1, 4, 3, 11 are favorable. So Mars also we can give light green, though it is having 8th Lord. That's what I'm giving, light green, not dark green. Rahu, 4th occupant, 7th cuspal star lord, and 4 and 9 cuspal sublord. It representing moon is favorable. So Rahu having some weakness at the CSL, but not detrimental. So we can give blue color. So because we have got the pink and blue also are going to be there. So to differentiate from the pink, if we can give pink, then what will happen? Then we cannot differentiate from the other pink shade. So to differentiate that, I'm giving this color blue. And because favorable also present. Jupiter, 9th lord, 12th lord occupying 6th house, 4th star lord, and 1, 7, 10 cuspal sublord. This grouping is very good. 9 moving towards this one, and 1, 7, 10th cuspal sublord. So it is supportive for own business. And also 9 moving towards, this is the father and his business, and 4th house is road contract. We can say this is moving towards 1, 7, 10 favorable, right? So, but because of the 9 and 12, we can say it is mixed one. Saturn, 10th lord, 11th lord occupying 6th house. This is very good. But 8 and 12 star lord and 6 and 12 cuspal sublord. This grouping is the problem. Saturn planet is in the CST is bad and CSL also very bad. So this grouping is not good. So Saturn also weak. When compared to the that other pink, this is more weaker because of 8 and 12 star lord also, 6 and 12 cuspal sublord also. How to differentiate that? Whether I have to give Saturn as the light rate because unfavorable. 10 moving towards 8 and 12. 6, 8 and 12, 6, 12. This grouping definitely will give a trouble to the Lagna. Money matters and loans and debts will increase these houses on account of the business. To differentiate the other planet, we can give light red. It is to indicate that this planet is having strong unfavorable grouping, though not detrimental completely, but because of the 10th lord moving towards 6, 8 and 12, 6 and 6, 12, this grouping is not good. And second planet Ketu also having some weakness. So this is light red. Mercury planet 3, 6, 6, and 11. This is very good. So Mercury, because that's a contract, third lord, sixth lord occupying sixth house, 11th sub lord. This is good. So this is green, and Ketu is pink because of the pink Saturn also. Saturn is red, and so pink, Ketu has got pink. And Venus also pink because 277 and 258 is not good. And Sun is blue, and what is the other pink? The Jupiter. Ninth Lord, 12th Lord occupying 6th house, and 4, 1, 7, 10. But when compared to the Saturn, and Saturn is light red. When compared to the Ketu and Venus, this is better because of this grouping, because CSL, CST are very good. But anyway, it is since it is having grouping of 9 and 12, and this is having that 5 and 8 in CSL, and this has got 159 supported by 8 and 12, 6, 12. So we are given pink shade. And Rahu and Sun are blue because it has got some weakness only, not detrimental. And Mercury is good planet. I think you are able to understand. So now let us save the colors and go to the home page and check the destiny and the sub periods. Now let us go to the home page. Okay, now let me open the self significations. So let me close this one. Control B. So the colors have to be changed. Go to house grouping, select the support planets, then come back ruler supports. Now come back home page. Now let me open the okay. Now we have to check the destiny. Before the destiny checking, also we can also just have a look at the since red color planet has come. So let us check whether the influence of the red planets are more present in the supports. Ketu has got Saturn. Saturn is the strong unfavorable key planet, right? And then comes the Venus, and then comes the Ketu. So let us check whether that Saturn is present in any many planets. Sun has got Saturn and no moon, and Mars has got Saturn. A moon Rahu represents Rahu also not having Saturn. Jupiter has got Saturn. So pink shade has got Saturn, Saturn itself. Mercury has got Saturn. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planets and 6. So out of then 6 planets are connected to Saturn and 3 planets are not connected to this Saturn. So other planets are having that weak significator Ketu. We can check Ketu. Sorry, Venus. Venus is there, and Venus is here, and no. So two planets are having Venus in its supports. Rahu is not having that Venus, but through the moon it is having Venus. So through the moon it is having Venus. So out of the 9 planets, 6 planets are directly connected to Saturn, and 3 planets are in supports connected to the Venus. So 9 planets are influenced by the unfavorable Saturn or the unfavorable or mixed Venus. It is indicating that definitely, there are weakness are indicated, and if these rulers, 6 rulers are influenced by the Saturn, if Saturn also playing role, one of the ruler, and the Venus, definitely that will form ruler link, the impact is going to be more. That is clearly understood in this with the help of the support planets. So now let us check the 10th cuspal sublord planet Jupiter. Jupiter is the 10th cuspal sublord planet. It is good. And it's a pink shade because of this one. Star level moon is fine. Moon and Mars are in sign exchange. We know that. Mars is good planet. Okay. And Venus, 2 level is Venus and sublord is Venus. So Venus is 5-8 grouping. It is favorable and 5-8, 5-8. Sublord of the star lord of the sublord is supportive, favorable with some weakness. So that 10th sublord planet is supportive for 413 contract with the road contract, and Mars also connected, and 12 level sub-level talking about money 27725. His money also his money is blocked, and somebody is utilizing the money. That is also indicating because he cannot expect the money, whatever contract money, especially from government contracts and all, he may not get a complete money also, right? So but somebody will take the money. So somebody will make use of the money and he will get only lesser money. They are all indicating that one. So Jupiter 10 sublord we have checked. So which are the unfavorable key planet making that Jupiter is weaker? Jupiter, there are some weakness but not detrimental. Venus, what are the role of this Saturn? Jupiter having Saturn? Yes, Saturn is influencing the Jupiter. And Moon is having influence of Saturn? No. Moon in the star of Venus, Moon is having connection to the Venus. So sign exchange, sorry, ruler's link. Moon in the star of Venus, Moon is having the ruler link from the Venus, so the impact of the Venus is strongly present with the Moon star level, and Moon is sign exchange with the Mars. Moon is in sign exchange with the Mars. That Mars is having Saturn in its support. So indirectly, Moon through the Rasi Lord getting the impact of the Saturn, right? And to a level planet, Venus also, no, first, I mean, fortunately, Venus is not there in support. That is good. So Saturn is influencing the source level and effect level and sub level Venus. So unfavorable key planet strongly is Venus and Saturn influencing the destiny planet. So that is the one which we are indicating. Now, 10th Lord, let us check. 10th Lord is nothing but that Saturn itself. That red color planet itself is 10th Lord because it has got weakness in the CST, in CL, sorry, OCC, CST, CSL itself is weak 10 moving towards. And star level is Moon is fine. 12 level is not good. Moon is having ruler link with the Venus and sublord against Saturn. This is not good. So the 10th lord is weak. That is clearly indicating supportive for business, but supportive for business everything. But these significations are not favorable for the result benefit to the native for the 10th house matters, right? So now let us check the Dasa period. So actually that native from the, he started his business from long time after his from the father's business. Na? So from, you can see from 2014 onwards, he is saying that his business was very dull. From 2014 onwards, you can see in the moon Dasa, in the moon dasa he entered into the business because that is the age is coming. You can see in moon dasa how is moon dasa. Then we are to, now we are going to compare three dasas. One is moon dasa, another one is mars dasa, then rahu dasa. The out of these three dasas, which dasa is having more weaker, which is causing trouble, and which is going to be more unfavorable also, which is comparatively better. We have to check that. Which are the favorable key planet? Mercury is the favorable key planet, and Moon also okay, and Mars also fine. Only three planets are good, and others are having moderate and pink and red only. Moon is fine. Star level Venus is mixed one, 5-8. And 2 level is Rahu is okay. Sub level Rahu also okay. All moderate only. And star lord of the sublord is Saturn. It is weak, right? Now, Moon in the star of Venus, it is supportive, but not for a very good result. Fortunately, Saturn is not playing role as one of the ruler only at the last level, not the star lord and sublord. Moreover, Venus is not getting the Saturn in its support, so rulers link are not passed. That is good, but still this is not good for his benefit. Though it is not indicating any loss or any what you call struggle or debts and all, but this grouping is not good. Rahu, what Rahu? Rahu sign, Rahu is in the sign of Moon. Moon is also not having that Saturn. So that way, Rahu is having connection to the Venus, but Rahu is not getting the impact of the Saturn by way of supports. That is good thing. But still Rahu in the star of Saturn. It means what? Rahu getting the Saturn by way of star level, that weakness, struggles, but planet level, star level, 2A level, sub level are not having the Saturn's influence by even by way of ruler's link. And if you look at the grouping, this is supportive, but not very good for the progress, but not detrimental also. But it is supportive for earning, and also it is not very good for his progress. Right? So that moon is supportive for the natives' business prospects, though it is having some weakness, but not to the worst extent. I think you are able to understand about the moon. Now let us check the Mars Dasa. Mars is good, Lagna Lord. In the star of Saturn, red planet, it is having issues. To a level is moon is fine. Sublord is Jupiter, pink shade, but it is not that much unfavorable as we are aware. So planet is in the star of Saturn, Lagna Lord, 8th Lord, having got favorable grouping. In the star of Saturn, 10, 11, and 6, good to the Lagna to get a good job prospect, business prospects, everything, not job, contract job, I mean to say, is good. And moving towards 8 and 12, 6, 12, it will cause weakness and some problem to the 10th house, and Lagna will face struggles also. That will get good job, good business, but moving towards this 6, 8, 12 is not good. And Mars is having got the Saturn in supports also. So Mars is getting the ruler link from the Saturn. So Lagna is going to face struggles during this period. And 12 level planets, Moon is fine. Mars is getting the support of the moon also, because Mars and moon are in sign exchange. Moon is at the last level, so moon is also forming ruling. That way it is supportive. Sublord planet is Jupiter. That Jupiter is favorable 6, 4, and 1, 7, 10 because of some weakness. Moving towards favorable is fine. But that Jupiter also under the influence of Saturn, because Jupiter is having Saturn in its supports. So Jupiter is also getting the ruler link from the Saturn, and vice versa. So this grouping, 10,000 meters moving towards unfavorable, especially the star level influencing the planet and also sublord. But if you look at that, planet is good, star level is mixed, and 12 level is fine, and sublord is also mixed, and last level is fine. It is supportive for business prospect, but it is having some troubles also strongly, but not completely detrimental, because star level is mixed and sub level is favorable. Because of the influence of the Saturn, that unfavorable strength is increased and favorable is reduced. If you look at the grouping, it is mixed one only, because of the star level is weak, sub level is influenced by the Saturn, and also planet Lagna Lord itself is going to experience this both favorable and struggles. So when compared to moon, the unfavorable key planet of the destiny, that Venus and of course Saturn is influencing the Jupiter, that Saturn is playing role in this Mars, it is indicating weakness. And what is the role of the Venus? Unfavorable key planet of the destiny, that Jupiter itself mixed one is ruling. And Venus, where is the role of the Venus? Whether Mars is having Venus in its supports? No. Star level Saturn is having Venus in supports? No. And 2A level Moon is having the Venus in support? Yes. Moon is having Venus in supports. Jupiter is having Venus in supports? No. So Venus role influencing the Saturn or the planet and star level are not there. Only that what do you call 12 level planet moon only is under the influence of the Venus. So otherwise Venus, because Venus is 5858 significator only, it is indicating less profit to the Lagna and more profit to others, or gain to the others. And a strong unfavorable K planet of the destiny, that Saturn is influencing the Jupiter, the destiny planet. That Saturn itself is playing role at the star level, and Jupiter also playing role here. So that way that the Mars Dasa is going to be weaker than the moon. Then comes the Ragu Dasa. Ragu is blue, star level is Saturn, sub level also Saturn. So that itself is clearly indicating star lord, sublord are unfavorable. So with the light red color, we could see that. So that way it is indicating. You can see Ragu is not talking about, any strong unfavorable. It is favorable with some weakness. The star level Saturn, sub-level Saturn, if you look at the grouping, 4, 7, 10, 11, 6, 8, these grouping, if you look at that planet level, star level, 2A level, they are all supportive for getting a good job prospects. Definitely, it will favor for the native to get the good business. Because look at the grouping, fourth occupant in the star of 10, 11, and 6. And star 2A level and sub level, all are favorable grouping, also present along with that struggles and problem for the, money and loan dates are all are indicated. So it will favor for getting, a good contract from the government. But the problem is with the finance, right? So that business will be good, but loan will be increasing, debt also increase because of the star level and sub level planet. So business is good, there will be a lot of loss or struggle, and loan, he will borrow more money, and that will be end up into trouble because of the problem in getting back the money from them. So this 10,000 meters moving towards this one, because of the 10,000 moving towards 6, 8, 12 grouping, 6 to 12 grouping, supportive for the loans and debts increased on account of the fourth house, right? So out of this Moon Dasa, Mars Dasa, and Ragu Dasa, Moon Dasa is comparatively better, though it is not very good for the business prospects because of the absence of the favorable grouping. But it has got 5-8 grouping is present, influencing the other levels also. It is not good for a very good gain. It is okay, moderate, but without any issue. But Mars is good for the Lagna to get a very good job prospects, because Lagna is going to face all these things. Sublord also favorable, 10, 11, and 1, 7, 10 grouping, all are good. But Lagna has to borrow a lot of money, and that the finally that will get some benefit to the native, and he'll get, finally that is going to be supportive, but with a lot of obstacles and hurdles. And moreover, Lagna will face these issues 1, 6, 8, and 12 grouping. It is indicating there will be struggle and obstacles for the Lagna. Lagna will, that business will have some sort of weakness, some hurdles will be there. The native will feel, Lagna will feel that the business is dull. Business is not so good because the Saturn is having this, and sublord is 9 and 12 farming rural link. Lagna is going to face some hurdles, obstacles, and also not a stable job also, we can say that. So the business is not going to be very good, but not that much weaker, wherein Lagna will face lot of financial issues during this period, because the sublord is fine despite some weakness, star lord of the sublord also fine. So there will be dullness will be experienced by the Lagna, some stress will be experienced by the Lagna. Lagna will borrow money also. But finally, that Lagna will not face serious financial issues, but somehow he will earn money, and his name will be restored. He will not have bad name also. But he will undergo a lot of problems. In during this Mars period, Lagna will say that business is dull. Okay. Now in the Ragu, here dull only, not any struggle, not any financial issues strongly by at the end, and also not indicating loans and debts are increasing. But whereas in Rahu, after Mars, when Rahu comes, because in Mars period would have got the loans, and for the business, somehow he would have balanced, the serious financial issues would have not faced. But when Rahu started, in continuation after this Mars, Rahu started. Rahu in the star of Saturn. Mars also in the star of Rahu. Sorry, Mars also in the star of Saturn. Rahu also in the star of Saturn. What is the difference? Here Jupiter is somehow saving it, but here Saturn itself is coming as the sublord, giving the issue. So during the Rahu period, the native started facing the problem of the money and loans and debts are increasing. Why? 6, 8, 12, 6, 12, 6, 8, 12, 6, 12. These grouping are not good. So that way the native started facing problem. From 2014 onwards, the native is saying that from 2014 onward, the business was dull. From 2014 means in Mars Dasa, from the Ketu Bhukti or from the Mercury Bhukti onwards, he is facing the business is dull. Why in the what do you call Mars Dasa? Saturn Bhukti also would have definitely 2013 onwards would have started facing because Mars Dasa, Saturn Bhukti, and Mercury Bhukti also because Mercury in the star of Mars in the star of 2A level planet Saturn. So that native would have started facing obstacles and slowness in the business because of the influence of the Saturn, right? Now, from the Rahu Dasa, as soon as started, he started facing the problem financially. So, because as already we discussed, since the destiny already indicating weakness and gain to others and influenced by the Saturn, because of that, that whenever that period is running with the influence of the Saturn, the native will experience the problem. Fortunately, the Jupiter, the destiny planet, 10th sublord planet, is not under the influence of the Saturn directly. But unfortunately, Saturn itself, the weak planet itself, is 10th lord. So, self afflicted destiny planet. So, definitely, then when Saturn is going to play as the star lord or sublord, it has to give the trouble because already holding the 10th lord planet is having the problem. So that way, in Moon Dasa, Mars Dasa, Rahu Dasa, Moon is better and Mars is also okay, but there will be hurdles and struggles, but somehow balanced. And there will be some slowness in the business, but he would have borrowed money also, but somehow would have managed. But Rahu only who started facing the problem seriously with the loans increasing and debts also increasing. I think you are able to understand. One more thing also you have to keep it in mind. Look at these. If you take only cuspal lordship and occupying house, not the CST and CSL. If you forget about CST and CSL, okay? If you look at Mars, Lagna Lord 8th Lord occupying 4th house, Saturn 10th Lord 11th Lord occupying 6th house, and Moon 4 and so I mean 2 level normally they won't take in KP. Sublord is 9th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 6th house, and 4 and 1. So 9 and 12 only they feel that okay, it is not good because 9th house, but planet level, star level is good, right? 1, 8, 4, 10, and 11 and 6. Sublord also, though 9th Lord, 12th Lord occupying 6th house is good, and star lord or the sublord is 4 and 1 is fine. It is not indicating that much weaker. Similarly, look at that Rahu occupying 4th house, representing Moon 4 and 1, star lord 10, 11 and 6, representing Ketu occupying 10th house. And normally they won't take when Saturn takes, then they do not take that second planet or the node. And the sublord again 10, 11, 6. You can see 4, 10, 6, 10, 11, 6, 10, 11, 6. Even if you go and check the KP significator, let us check the Rahu Dasa. Rahu 6, 4, 10, 11 only, right? And look at Mars 6, 4, 10, 11, 1 and 8. It seems that Mars is a little bit weaker than the Rahu, but Rahu is very good. Rahu seems to be very good. Moon is 7, 1, 2, and 4. It is also supportive. But it is not indicating any unfavorable significations indicated by the Rahu. We understand? Even if you take Ragu's sublord, star lord is Saturn, sublord is also Saturn. So Saturn, if you look at 1, 6, 4, 10, 11 only, it is indicating very strong signification signified by the Rahu. If you take only CLOCC, we will tend to give that Dasa Lord Rahu is going to be very good. And this Mars also good, only have some weakness, but Rahu Dasa is going to be very good. It is only 50% of the signification. If you take CST and CSL significations and their rulers link formation and their combined level signification, we could see that Rahu actually supportive for good business prospects, but it is in the result it is good as per CLOCC, but moving towards CST and CSL, it is not favoring for a good prospects. It is indicating trouble giving causes to the Lagna and also on business. 8 and 12, 6, 12 and 159. This grouping is not good. Moreover, that is also forming ruler link. Saturn is passing ruler link to Rahu. Saturn is passing, sublord also Saturn. So this is not good. It is clearly indicating only by way of CST, CSL consideration of the signification, we could find the real output of each planet. I think you are able to understand how far these extended significations are more useful in finding the real output of the complete signification of the destiny and also the SAR periods. I think you're able to understand. We'll meet in the next example. Good luck.